And this is typical hanging out with my Uncle Jay. We're 50-50 type of guys. So here I was so excited to come and hang out with him today and give him the good news that Vietnam's bad news is America's good news, is that I'm finally fucking off from America and I'm Vietnam's problem again. But then I get here and it is literally what day? The 5th of February, 2023. The coldest day I've experienced in quite some time. It's just frigid. Not much snow. The snow won't even come because it's so cold. What was the coldest day you remember, JB?
It's really a very random bell.
Didn't 78 the year wasn't I 1 year old and then there was the winter of 78 in Chicago?
Yeah.
Well, you could have been away. You could have been lucky in California, but you like watching nature shows?
Not really.
Oh, okay. Well, I've never taken you. You're not really a sports fellow.
I don't watch any of it really.
Right. What sport? Well, I guess golf. You liked watching? No, you never liked any of them. Any sport?
That.
You didn't like any of them.
No, I'm 80 years old.
I don't give a shit when you're now. When you were 18 years old, what sports? Well, what sports did you watch? What did you follow? Golf? Well, you played golf. You were exceptional at that.
Yeah.
But you didn't like watching it. You didn't like watching golf, not particularly. Like if you're free time, you're not going to watch Jack Nicklaus or something, right?
Yeah, I suppose. I really didn't follow the. I didn't.
Well, all right. Let me rephrase it for you, Jay. If you were forced, you had to watch, or a bullet to your head, you had to watch one sporting event. What would you do? What would you be forced to turn on? Let's rephrase all that.
A whole lot. I mean.
Yeah, you're not. You don't care. I know. I'm not either. I think maybe a basketball game. I'd watch it if I had to. Yeah. Listen. You never cared for football or baseball, like.
I actually watched the kids playing the game.
Mm-hmm. But you never cared for the geezers, your namesake's pastime of baseball. You never really cared to watch it.
Baseball was always baseball.
And football, you didn't care. American football.
No.
Yeah.
And I wasn't into Suska, what they call it. What is it?
Sex on the beach? What do you mean?
When you're what is it?
Soccer, football?
Yeah,
that's the world's most popular sport.
Yeah.
Because anybody with a foot and a ball can play it.
Well, yeah. And every generation in pieces, so. I mean, for a long time, no one played any games, but now it's much patient.
Yeah.
Well, the kids, the baby.
Well, football, we Americans just are nutty. America, like soccer or football, what we call soccer, is so widely popular everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Rugby is widely popular everywhere in the world. Tennis, we share a common interest, but there's so many sports that are just so iconoclastic with America. And then, of course, American football. Everyone thinks we're mental for doing that, and we are, because those football players don't have a very long life expectancy, American football players.
Well, yeah.
I bet Ditka looks worse than you. And what is he, about 20 years your junior? Mike Ditka, he's about 15 years your junior, right?
You mean
how old is? No, not Ditka. Yeah, how is Mike Ditka to you? How old is Mike Ditka? He's got to be 75, 70.
He's
younger than you.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah, but I bet he looks worse than you because of all the hits he took to the head and.
I don't really know.
I shook hands with him once. His whole hand from, getting tackled was like
Yeah.
they're fucked. They're really short and, all the head, the traumatic brains, whatever the fuck. Carrie, your sister would always say she couldn't singularly state brain. Like we all have a brain. She would always include an S with brain. Like you have some weird brains. And we would all correct, like, Carrie, Mom, it's no S in that. But she would just continue doing that. Like, I don't know, it's a weird. I used to use irregular, which isn't a word.
No.
Right? Irregular isn't a word. Regular, but they're not irregular, right?
I'm not work what you work through.
I was saying that. I don't know. Oh, Mom, we were talking about brains. I don't know how we got to that. And I just said, Mom, Carrie had always said, oh, you've got a weird brains. Like she would pluralize brains when you shouldn't. Grammatically incorrect. And she would say, yes, like for years. And everyone would correct her and be like, why do you keep on with brains? Weird. And then I got into my one. There's several words that I always misspell. I think one is like Jeffrey or something, or I don't know, Nicholas or something. I always misspell. I know it when I misspell it.
Yeah.
And it's like, my God, I just switched to 2 letters. Did you ever have any of those, like, quirks? Like,
yeah, everyone does.
Did you think so? Like,
yeah. Now I do it all.
Yeah.
Now I do it all.
But what's that one word where everyone thinks there's a pronoun to it, but it's not, because irregular is a word. You're regular, right? Irregular is a word? I don't know. Well, here, let me just check on this. Hold on.